All right, guys. Today, Colby Brock joins us on the podcast.
Woo! Frick yeah, dude. I have freaking been waiting for this moment. I thought I was going to be at least before Big Nick.
He's the first person that asked.
That's all right.
That's okay. Anyway, today we are going to be reminiscing because all of our best moments are in the past. Shade.
Except for right now, dude. This is a good moment.
Right now is the best moment we've ever had. But what we're going to be doing today is going through the best and worst moments that we've had.
Of our lives.
Of our lives. And most of these, I don't know if you know them. Do you know my best moments or worst moments? I don't know your worst moment.
I think we've talked about it before, but we haven't really told each other stories. You know what I mean?
We've said on YouTube videos on our main channel about best moments. Right?
Yeah.
But never about
the story of it, our actual.
Yeah, or worst moments. So let's start with that. So, as guest, you get the honors of going first. So what is your?
Oh hell yeah!
Let's start with best moments.
Best moment of my life. Or just while I was in LA?
Which one's more of a oh dang?
Oh well.
Oh dang.
Oh dang. Well, definitely, I would have to say one of my best moments was, so we were on tour at the time, and we were in, I think, Tennessee, correct me if I'm wrong, for the Teen Hoot tour.
Oh, Nashville.
We were hosting.
That was what, our second event?
That was one of our very first. I had top 5 for sure. But yeah, right before we went on stage, we were still completely new to the whole hosting thing, so we were very nervous. And right before we went on stage, Sam and I huddled up together, and we were just holy crap, look at our freaking lives. We're in banana suits right now, because that's what we did. We ran out on stage, and I don't know, I just remember that moment being so awesome because we were looking at each other and being dude, we freaking made it. It was one of our first we made it moments in our lives to look at an audience full of people, be in banana suits, not really giving a crap about our dignity, and knowing that we were about to go on stage and dance. Yeah,
dude, I really remember that because I remember what was it, IM5 or something said, hey, real quick, do you guys want to go out and do a dance? And we were just sure, why not? Let's live the life.
It was terrifying. They were just dude, come halfway through our song and we'll teach you a dance right now, and then you can go do it in front of this entire audience. And we were all right, let's freaking do it. I'm down.
Everyone else is taking it super seriously. We just walk straight up in banana suits. No big deal, guys. It's all good.
Okay.
No, that was really fun. I loved that entire trip.
I have a lot of moments like that, though. I don't know if that's my best moment, if that's what you're asking. Or if that's just kind of a best moment.
I feel with me, for social media, as a whole, that's one of my best moments too. Just that whole thing. This is a really funny story, and Colby was through and through a part of this as well. So about a couple of weeks ago, we took a road trip, and then about 6 months before that, we took another RV trip. God, I can't say that. And then about a year before that was our first ever trip out of the state together. And that was our quote unquote, what we used to call our friend group, the Fab Fives, the first trip in my mom's minivan. We took a spring break trip to this thing called South by Southwest.
I remember that.
That was the best thing in the entire world. Okay, picture this. My mom owns a van in a business called ABC Tutors, or used to. So this lettering of ABC Tutors with apples and teacher stuff was all over her car. There's a minivan with 4 or 5 dudes stuck in this minivan, all of the seats taken out, just blankets on the bottom. What did we put it Christmas lights all over? It was the most hippie freaking weird high school makeshift RV you would ever see. We were just bumping down to Texas to see our friend Alex. Oh my gosh. But anyway, my best moment ever, the whole place had rained out, so the South by Southwest was basically non-existent right now because it was pouring rain. We were all in the middle of the rain, walking through the street with all this music playing, and then these 2 saxophone dudes and a dancer were under this shaft or whatever. I don't know what the heck you call it. We come up, we're soaking wet, but these 2 guys are just going at it, hardcore sax battling back and forth, and we're just you know what? Screw it. Even though this whole trip got like rained out, we're just gonna dance. We're gonna have a grand old time. And my friend Nate had this little, what was it, like a piano
He bought
ukulele?
a piano accordion.
A piano
so
accordion.
So you can play it and be like. I have no
so
idea
we were all just jamming, and he was trying to play it, and it was the funniest thing in the world for a bunch of high
school. Did he
school.
blow into it too?
Yeah, I mean, it was like one. I don't know what they're called, like I don't know.
Accordions, right?
Yeah, I guess it was accordion, but it was like a piano thing. That was, to me, like for our senior year, as that's what we wanted to do with our lives. I thought that was really freaking cool.
That was a good moment. I forgot about that whole part.
Yeah,
I forgot Nate bought a freaking accordion piano. I didn't know that was like possible to find. And then running around like on top of the roofs.
Oh yeah.
South by Southwest. We literally like just scaled a random roof and then went hopping from roof to roof while there's just hundreds of people below us. Like not seeing us at all.
Yeah, for some reason, since it rained, all the security guards kind of left. So we got to watch the entire concert of The Road from just the rooftops.
Yeah,
I want to do that again. That was sick.
Me too. That was really fun.
Okay, now the more fun part. What's the worst moment?
Oh goodness me, goodness my.
I'll start. My worst moment was about a year and a half ago. This is the worst moment in LA. A year and a half ago, Colby and I didn't go to VidCon the same time. His parents were in town, so he didn't come to VidCon till like the last 20 minutes for a party or something like that.
So true.
But that's okay. So I went to VidCon alone. So mind you guys that for the last 5 years we've been like living together or like hanging out every single day. I'd never do anything social media without Colby. This is the first time I've ever been on my own, and it was like 2 months after we moved to LA. So I was like freaking out, like I don't have any friends here. What the heck's going on? And what happened was, because I didn't really plan this, I literally bought the ticket and went like 6 hours before VidCon started. So I didn't plan anywhere to sleep. And I didn't have a car because Colby was the only one that had a car at the time. So I was just stranded in there. So for 3 days, I was homeless. I literally bought food at this Anaheim theater and I was homeless. It was like so bad because I felt really bad. I would like ask my friends like, hey, like, you got any extra beds? And they're like, well, we already, kind of have like beds full. Or like, hey, like my girlfriend's sleeping here. I was like, dang it. And then so I literally, that giant epicenter part of VidCon, like I'll show a picture or something, but there was a stage and I just slept on that stage all night for the first 2 nights.
That must have been painful. That must have been really painful.
I stayed up all night. Like, I like people would just walk back and forth. Like, dude, you okay? Like, who are you? And so the last moment, I was sick of this, and this like fan came up to me and was like, you know what? Like, you seem like you're in a lot of pain and very tired. I actually have like 2 other like beds. Like, if you want, you can just stay. It was like me and my friend Alex. We were just like hanging out there, and so we did. So like I literally like slept over at this fan's like hotel room because I had no other place to sleep, and I was done sleeping on the freaking stage in the Metro Anaheim.
Well, that's nice of her.
Yeah, it was nice. So in the first place. Shout out to you guys for helping out. I was stranded and homeless. Anyway, so how about you? What do you think?
Well, this is actually kind of sad. We're gonna take it to a sad moment of my life for 2 seconds. But one of my worst moments in LA was not last winter, but so like a year ago, basically. Last winter. I don't know. I didn't feel like I was fitting in with any friend group or anybody that I met out here. At the time, like you and I, we would do our separate things. So I would find myself alone a lot of the time, or like trying to figure out what to do. And I just remember there was like a week of my life, like a year ago, where I was just like actually bedridden, and I like would come out just to eat, come out just to like film or do whatever we needed to do for Sam and Colby. But then I would go back in my room and just like sorrow, or like, I don't know if that's the right word, sorrow in my own sadness. Sorrow.
Sulk.
Sulk in my own sadness. That's what I'm going for. And I realized, like, afterwards that, like, what the crap am I doing? Life isn't automatically just going to get better and, like, the sunshine comes in and everything is all happy and roses again. I need to get up and do something and find some friends if that's what I freaking need. So, that's what I did. But
so, like, that 1 week where it wasn't like you had friends, and you just kind of like, the only time you get out of bed is the work.
I would get out of bed to do our filming stuff, and then besides that, it was like I was bedridden. It was one of the worst moments out in LA because I realized that was like the first week where I completely just kind of like gave up on happiness, and I don't ever want to do that again. But
like, you probably learned from that. I mean, you haven't had a week like that since, have you?
No, not at all. And the only reason that happened was because I think that was about the time too when like things were actually settling in for me, that this was where my life was going. And that's not a depressing thing. It's not
moving away from Kansas in your old life.
Yeah, it's just like I finally realized that, wow, I left my friends behind in Kansas. Like, wow, like I left my parents. Like, things are never ever gonna be the same. And I realized that I was just an 18-year-old kid in LA, which is completely, I don't know.
Yeah,
it was just
insane.
Crazy to me. So there was like a week where I was just like, whoa, and like I knew it was my fault, so I changed it.
Hey, there you go. But hey, yeah, sometimes the worst moments are like, they teach you something.
Yeah,
for me,
exactly.
Next VidCon, I booked a hotel room. For you, figured out how to turn your life around.
Exactly. Yes.
Completely different situation. Exactly. That's pretty freaking cool. Anyway, guys, I hope you liked watching or listening to our worst and best moments that we honestly haven't really shared much about on other channels. So that'd be awesome if you could check out Colby's channel. We do this thing called Hot Tub Talks on his channel, which are kind of like this type of thing, but it's a little shorter. So go check out that, comment that you're from this podcast, and we will see you tomorrow.
Freaking tomorrow, guys.
Peace, guys. Adios.